Welcome to STEM with the Houston Public Library. I'm Cecilia, and we will be doing a hydro dipping activity. This activity is intended for ages 13 and up. You will need the following supplies for this activity: oil-based spray paints, plastic gloves, face mask, any item of your choice, a plastic container, water, and if you do not plan to hydro dip the entire surface of your item, you will need painter's tape and a box cutter or X-Acto knife. If you have never used a box cutter or X-Acto knife, please have an adult present to assist you. Now that we have our supplies, we can get started. Step 1. Location. Find a well-ventilated space, either outside or indoor, as we will be using spray paint. Step 2. Item. Get an item that you want to hydro dip and make sure the item is clean and dry. If there is an area of your item that you do not want to be covered in spray paint, use the painter's tape to tape off that area. Step 3. Plastic container. Fill your plastic container with water. Do not overfill, as you will not want water to spill out when you are submerging your item. Set your plastic container on a flat, even surface. Step 4. Spray paint. Put plastic gloves and face mask on and grab your spray paints. Spray paint must be oil-based, not water-based, as we want the spray paint to be hydrophobic, which means it does not mix with water. We want the spray paint to sit on top of the water. Now get creative and spray paint onto the water surface however you like. Make sure you cover every inch of the water surface with paint. As you can see, the paint just sits on top of the water. This is due to surface tension. Water has a high surface tension, meaning the water molecules bunches more tightly together at the surface, creating a thin barrier. Surface tension is the reason that when you slap the surface of the water, you feel a bit of resistance, and also why a water strider insect can appear to walk on water. Step 5. Hydro dip. Now that you have the entire water surface covered in spray paint, it is time to hydro dip your item. The key to a successful hydro dip is the way you push your item into the paint. Think about how you will push and move your item into and through the water to grab as much paint as possible on your item. The surface tension of the water will help pull the paint towards your item as you push your item into the paint, giving your item an even coating all the way around. If your item has blank spaces, no worries. Just hydro dip your item a second time. Step 6. Dry time. Once you are done hydro dipping your item, let it dry for 24 to 48 hours. Once dried, if you have covered any parts of your item, remove the painter's tape. You are now done. Enjoy your one-of-a-kind hydro-dipped item. Thanks for joining STEM activities at the Houston Public Library. Make sure to share photos of your project online and tag us using #ILoveHPL. See you next time.
Let the Houston Public Library Community Engagement Team engage you today. We look forward to working with you for the greater good of the community.